Wow, we're back after maybe like I don't even know, like seven-ish weeks without a new podcast episode out. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for a lot of things that happen on during this world. But I just wanted to get back on the mic and I wanted to kind of get my groove back. Kind of wanted to sit down and chit chat a little bit, kind of update the people where the podcast has been and where it's gonna go. So obviously, if you clicked on that notification that Apple Podcast gives you, be sure to subscribe there. It helps us a lot. Be sure to follow us on Spotify. Helps me a lot. We have a new cover. Yeah. Saints Media really hooked it up. I'll tag them below in this clip. But yeah, we got a new cover. I'm super, super happy about that cover. New location. We got a set, kind of, going on here. Super grateful for that. And new city. We're in a new city, and I've been gone most of the summer. I was on vacation. That was cool. Literally took summer break seriously and just dropped everything and went on vacation. So, but now we're back. Now we're getting back into the podcast things of it. Moving forward, solo podcast. So, no more co-host. Shout out to you, ValdezDaDon. Appreciate your time on the show. But we're heading in different directions. Still buddies. But yeah, I'm excited to see where the podcast goes. I'm going to try to tackle it for a little bit by myself to see if I can push out 30 to 40 minutes worth of podcasts every week and be proud of the work I put out. But that's my own personal challenge. I'm excited for it because obviously if it's not challenging me, then it's not worth doing. And I love podcasting. I just love being in front of the mic. So I'm excited to take the show in a different direction. I want to start getting in guests again. But that's we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, I guess. We're going to have the same music still because I fucking love the podcast song. It's a really good vibe, but I feel like this podcast cover that we got right now kind of is the same thing as the old one, but more modernized, more kind of fitting the vibe that it should be, as opposed to what the last cover used to be, which was nice and all, but like I really, really, really like this cover, and I'm really excited to roll it out now in this kind of new era of Idle Talk. So it's just me. Occasionally, I'm going to grab my phone. Well, occasionally, I'm going to go FaceTime somebody, have them on the show via FaceTime. But that will be something fun to play with. Maybe I'll catch some people off guard. Maybe I'll, let them know beforehand. Who knows? I don't really know. Kind of want to bug my friends in that way. Kind of want to see, like, catch them off guard, catch them while they're doing something, maybe out and about. I'm not going to ask them anything crazy, but if I need another opinion on something, I'll phone a friend, as they say. So I got back like literally like August 28th. I was back in New York. August 29th, I was back here in Baltimore. So, quick turnaround. September's already here, new month. It's fucking fall, I guess. Even though technically it's not, but like September comes and like it's fall weather now. And I prefer fall just because it's cooler, but not cold, Like I'd rather be cold than hot, but it's like a good temp, and I really enjoy that, exterior atmospheric temperature. So fall is right around the corner. Like, you know what that means. Halloween's coming up. Every bad bitch's favorite holiday. And then after that, it's Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and then it's 2022. And then you look back on it, and then you feel like you haven't done anything in 2021. So now it's kind of like looking forward, like what am I going to do in 2022? It's fucking September, and I'm already thinking about 2022. And I think that's something I do often, where it's like whenever it hits close to the new year, I'm like, fuck, what am I going to do next year? What am I going to do for the next year? But meanwhile, I have September, October, November, December. I have a solid 3-4 months ahead of me. And, I should start utilizing that better instead of using those months to think of the next 12 I'm going to have, I should be really focusing on the 3 or 4 that I have in front of me. So that's something that I'm working on. I'm working through that. Hopefully I'm doing a good job at it. I don't know yet. But yeah, I mean, September's here. Do I usually do anything exciting in the fall? Not really. I usually go to school, but I'm not in school anymore. Officially, I'm still a Georgetown student, so congratulations to me. Still excited I did that. But I took a leave of absence, and it was supposed to last until this fall semester. But I didn't get the paperwork in on time. I literally was like, hey, I know class starts tomorrow, but can I register? And they were like, no. So I'm coming back in the spring. I think it's the completionist in me that wants to finish my master's degree. But I did the first year and I did really fucking good. Like let me explain. Like middle school, did I, high school, I also did okay. It wasn't the best, wasn't the worst. It was like top 20 and probably like 19 in that sense. But like in college, I just been fucking doing it really well. Like I would make connections with the professors, and they were more lenient with me than the average student. So I feel like when I got to Georgetown, I was like, oh shit, it's about to be really hard, because I went to a small SUNY school, a little tight niche program. Everybody knew each other. Everybody's pretty much friends with each other. There's really no beefing in the program. But so I was like, oh, I'm going to go to Georgetown. So I went to Georgetown. I thought it was going to be complicated and harder than undergrad. But it was easy to me. Like the work, the communication with classmates and professors, and it was during a pandemic. My classes were online, but they were designed to be online. So that's what made it easier for me, I guess. I had to think to myself, did I prepare myself for this with undergrad? Like, did I actually prepare myself for grad school? Did I actually learn something from undergrad? I thought about that for like hours. I was like, holy shit. I was like, literally first semester was during the summer, peak pandemic, summer road trip, moving to different states like every couple days, and I got on the dean's list that semester, so that was pretty interesting. I didn't even know I was on the dean's list until I checked to go back into the program to return from my leave of absence. I was like, oh shit, I was on the dean's list. Holy fuck. So that was surprising at that. Second semester I did in the fall. It was still a good semester. Didn't make the dean's list though, by like 1 point. So I was like at 3.4. That's a 3.5 and above. But still pretty good GPA. Had pretty good relationships with my professors. I participated in class, as you should at any school, really. Discussion boards were annoying. That was the most annoying part of it. Doing discussion boards. Like, I hate discussion boards. Like, I have to hit 150 words every day. And that sucked. I don't want to force think words. Like, that doesn't make any sense, but I just hate trying to come up with words and try to come up with if I can say a sentence in 6 words, why do I need to make it 12? I don't know. That's just me though. But so we'll be returning to Georgetown in the spring. But yeah, Georgetown in the spring. So fall is interesting because I have nothing to do in the fall. I have no sort of major events going on in the fall besides the holidays. So fall, I probably should be using this time to kind of get small things done. So for the podcast, for TikTok, for Reels, for streaming, for all that kind of stuff, I should be getting these small little details done, like finding proper lighting. I mean, I think this is pretty good lighting right now. Outside is helping me a lot, but artificial lighting will probably be good. More soundproofing for the room, it'll probably be good. But the only thing I hate about soundproofing is that it's expensive, and it's annoying to do. But finding proper ventilation. I mean, I have a fan, I have an AC in here, but the windows don't stay propped up, so I gotta prop up a window, but then that leads to bugs coming in, and then who the fuck likes bugs in their room? Not me. My room / studio / casual hangout area. But yeah, I gotta work on the small things, kind of refining my space, making it work as I kind of want it to. And so that's exciting because I have my own space to play with. I feel like I'm in the fucking Sims. I'm like, oh, I'm moving this there, moving this here. I've literally moved this entire room over and over and over like 12 times since I've been in here, which is exciting. I've taken out furniture, put in furniture, taken out chairs, put in chairs, tables, chairs, desks. This IKEA desk right here. Love this IKEA tabletop. Cost me like $45 just for the tabletop. It's propped on like 4 IKEA bedside tables that were here, and originally I made them like a shelf, so I propped all 4 on top of each other. But then I was like, could this hold up my tabletop? It was a little bit bigger than the actual tabletop surface, so I plopped it together. I was like, oh shit, for $44 I have a fucking standing up desk, and it's pretty awesome. And I got some old bar stools from this house too. I'm sitting on one right now, which is awesome, convenient. Not conveniently comfortable for the long term, but we'll get there. We'll update the setup as it needs to be. But I'm excited to have a place where I can have my own things in the ways I want them to be. Like if I want my knickknacks, like my little collectibles that I have over there on that shelf. I have a shelf back there. Like I finally have a place to spread them out instead of just keeping them like in a box or, like in like a basket. I'm like, that's cool and all at the end of the day, but it's exciting to finally have a space to kind of let myself be free in, and that's great. Like that's the best part of life as you keep progressing through it. Like you keep moving forward and you keep unlocking different things for yourself, I want to say, because play video games, so unlocking is the best terminology I can think of at the moment. But yeah, that was an interesting part of this year, I guess. How I panic think into what I'm going to do next year. Let's rewind and kind of see what we did this year so far. Like we did another road trip, not as big as last summer's road trip, but still a road trip, like down the East Coast this time, and it was fun. Like I have an amazing car. I have a 2019 Honda CR-V. I got it, drove it off the lot with like 1 mile on it, and that was me doing a test drive. So got a new car, and I was in a position to go on a road trip last summer, put some miles into it, come back, do my thing, do whatever I needed to do. And then this summer again, kind of before the summer, like a pre-summer road trip, I came down here to Baltimore to explore, to see what the area was like. Loved it here. Loved the atmosphere. Loved the neighborhood and the parks that's around me. It reminds me of a book that I was reading, and the lady said she lived in a house, but she lived in the garage of a house. She rented a garage and lived there because she wanted to be in the environment that she wanted to be in the most. For now it was in a garage, but then eventually it would become her own house. And I kind of feel like I did that subconsciously here. I'm not renting a garage, but like I'm in the environment I want to be in, and it's in a good spot. I'm in a good room. Like the house is beautiful as fuck, and this is the environment I want to be in. So now it's kind of just, this is my stepping stone. This is my garage until I have my own house. So I'm excited for the things that are to come. I'm excited for the collaborations I'm going to pursue. Like, I don't have anybody on the table just yet, but like, I'm excited to the fact that like, if I do get in-person collabs and in-person interviews, that like I have a space to bring it back to, like, hey, this is my studio / casual hangout / room. Like, I'm excited for the things to come for the show. Like, we grew on TikTok based off one clip, and I've always told people, I was like, if you're on TikTok, you can post like 100, 200 videos and nothing happens, right? But it all takes is one video. So let's say your 204th video, and then that blows up. All of a sudden, all that's worth it, right? Because now you're blowing up. Now you're getting comments. Now you're getting likes. Now you're getting follows. Like, I have a 219,000 viewed video, and I got 352 followers from it. Like, that's insane. Like, that conversion right now is very little, but it's exciting, right? Because a lot of people might say, "Oh, that's not that good, that conversion rate, da 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 da." But like, for me, it's like, wow, a lot of these people like that clip, and I hope they like what's to come, because I'm gonna keep posting it no matter if it blows up or not. But at the end of the day, I'm happy with all that traffic and exposure, and it's like a little kickstart in case you're ever feeling like you're doubting yourself, or I'm doubting myself. At some point, I just go back and like remember, like, keep going, because you never know which clip is gonna be the one to blow up, and it might not even be the one that you thought was a clip. But it was funny because it was the clip about the TV volume, about which one, like, what volume level is too high or too low, and that was just a regular conversation that I didn't really think was gonna be too funny, but yeah, it's the ones that you sometimes don't think are gonna do numbers that do, and it's just important, like, taking the time out to clip those clips, like recording the video, going back, syncing up the audio, and then like putting it together, clipping it. You know, are you gonna clip everything? Should you clip everything? Those are like the kind of thoughts that I have in my mind, and eventually I do. I eventually end up just making the entire episode clips, and then I go through 25 to 30 clips and then see, okay, is this one funny? Is this one funny? Is this one funny? And I just take a chance, and I eyeball it, basically. And if it does good, then I'm happy. If it does bad, then it's a learning experience. I'm not gonna be like, oh shit, that wasn't funny, or that was bad, blah blah blah. No, I just love what I do, pretty much. I love podcasting, and I think this is the route I want to take when it comes to social media, is the podcasting stuff. I just love to do it. I love the entire process. I love figuring out what I'm going to say, even though, I'll be honest with you, this episode, don't know where it's going, to be honest. We're about 20 minutes in-ish, but I don't know where I'm going to go with this. I'm just talking. I'm just trying to figure out what to say. So, do I plan more episodes than before? Like actually plan them so I can kind of have a train of thought of where to go? Or do I keep doing these off the rip? Like, eventually, the episode title is going to be what I think is key points of the episode, pretty much. Again, learning experience, trying to get back to my groove. So, a little bit of new things. We have a YouTube channel now, where the full video is going to be every week. I'm going to keep uploading on Tuesdays. I love Tuesday as an upload day. I think it's a good spot for podcasts, and hopefully you check us out every Tuesday. So yeah, YouTube channel, new logo / cover art for the podcast, same music, same vibes kind of, but just one, not two. Now let's talk about my summer vacation, because I got to go to Mexico again. And I feel like I've been there for so long. This is like 2021 / 2020. Like, I was there for a bit. But this time I got to go with my sister, and it was interesting because that was our first time being there. And off rip, airplane, since touching down in Mexico, she didn't really like the airplane ride, which was funny. Like, I get used to the airplane rides. It's like whatever for me. But like, it's interesting seeing the perspective of a first time flyer, first time traveler. So we went, and then immediately her luggage got lost off the bat. So we were only there for 40 days, and day 0, basically, luggage lost in the airport. Filed a report, didn't get that shit back that day. And so we had to go to my grandma's house with just my luggage and my backpack and just her backpack. And so that was unfortunate. Like, that sucked, because that's like a first impression. It's like you get to a different country and you're like, oh fuck, already my shit is lost. So that sucked for her and for me, because I was trying to like make sure this shit was a good time for everybody. And luggage lost. That was pretty funny in hindsight that it happened, because my mom told me later that she was like, what if they lose my luggage? As she was like setting things apart, she was like, I'll bring this because I don't mind if it gets lost, or I'll bring that, or I'll bring that. And my mom kept telling her, don't even think like that. Like, just take things you like, and don't even think that's gonna get lost, because if you do, it is. And that shit is real, because she really said that shit's getting lost. And then what happened? They lost it. So we didn't get her luggage back until 16 days afterwards. So we had to go shopping for things. We had to go buy all the things that she needed to get. Like, she literally was just there with the clothes on her back and the shit she had on her backpack. And thank God, I almost told her, put your laptop in the carry-on, because I was like, are you gonna handle it? And to be honest, I don't want to carry your laptop. And now, so never put anything of electronics in your checked in bag, because that's just lazy. I think just carry the shit. Like, I don't think anybody would have ever recommended saying put your laptop in your check-in bag. I don't know why I was fucking recommending that. I didn't recommend it. I almost did, but I didn't. But I knew better, clearly. That's why I didn't do it. But I thought it. You know, sometimes you think shit, but you know better, and you don't say it out loud, because thank God you know better. That's one of those things. So they lost her bag. We found it 16 days later. We had to go pick it up at the airport. And then on the way back, it was complicated, because now I have my shit, some of her shit from her old bag in my bag. Her new bag, I bought her new luggage. I bought her new luggage in Mexico, but she had her new shit and old shit in her new luggage. It was a little bit smaller than her old luggage. And I weigh my bag, like, it had to be 15 kilos. I put her bag up there. That shit barely made it. That shit was like 14 something. I already knew off the bat. I was like, damn, if that's like 14, my shit is about to be like double that. Like, my shit about to be some 30 shit. And so I put my shit on the scale. They're like, yeah, you're over. And I'm looking at the lady. I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you, bitch. I'm not taking nothing out. Like, that's for sure. Like, that shit's already locked. You got to deal with that. That's not on me. And I just paid the fee, whatever that shit was. It was like $50 for the fucking overweight fee. But that was annoying. I mean, I hate paying fees, but like, at the end of the day, I was like, damn, y'all lost my bag, and now y'all want to charge me a fee? That's fucked up. That's fucked up, airline, that I'm not going to mention, because fuck you. Really shitty experience with them. Never flying them again. See, that's what I hate about spontaneous trips, because sometimes you get the shitty airline, and it's like, fuck my life. What did I do in a past life to deserve this? Like, that's how you gotta. If you have a favorite airline and you fly them often, like I did, just fly them again. You know it works. You know the price. Fuck the price. You know that shit is gonna be worth it at the end of the day. So that's my take from this entire thing. This entire shitty airline experience is like, I knew better. I just thought, hey, it's cheaper. Last minute ticket price, like, it's cheaper for that scenario. But I should have went with the one I always go to, like, always. And I'm not mentioning them either, just because you're good to me. What the fuck? No free clout here, unless I want to, unless it's strategic. But yeah, that's my take from it. If you fly an airline and you know it's good and they treat you well and you don't have any shitty experiences with them, just keep flying that airline, honestly. Like, it's tried and true. You know, if you know it works, it works. So yeah, so we get back here, my fucking shit is overweight. Like, I had to pay $50, but I brought back cool shit. I brought back some candy, Mexican candy. I love Mexican candy, except when it's fucking caked with like hot shit. Like what the fuck, Mexico? What is your deal with adding spice to candy? Candy is not supposed to be hot. Like, I shouldn't be sweating like I'm eating soup, eating your candy. Like, don't cake on the fucking spicy shit on there like that. Half the time is just fucking spiciness, and then it's like a little piece of lollipop, and I'm just sitting there like, I did all that for this little piece that I could just bite, and then it's over. So that's my issue with Mexican candy. It's too spicy. It's too much spice. Like, stop doing that. I hate you. Okay, just kidding. But still, stop making your shit spicy. But I went to Veracruz. That shit was nice. That place was nice. I made friends with somebody with a boat. Like, he would charge you like 100 pesos to like ride the boat, and it was like a little like floaty thing attached to the boat, but it was long, so it could fit multiple people. But it was just me and my sister the whole day basically, and he rode us around the fucking ocean. That shit was crazy. And then he was like, all right, I'm gonna brake really hard and then you let go, and then he flung us into the ocean. That shit was funny as fuck. But we wore life jackets because, you know, we didn't want to die, and he gave them to you anyway. So I was like, all right, bet, cool. That was fun. So we swam in the ocean like for like 4 days, like nonstop. We just went to the beach every single day. So that was awesome. Food there, awesome. Shrimp, fantastic. Like, apparently seafood is their thing in Veracruz. So if you go there, eat seafood because that's their thing. The shrimp was fucking fantastic. Even the people that are like walking around the beach, like, you got like a bucket of shrimp and it's like cooked already, and he's like, you want some shrimp? But the thing is, you have to do all the work yourself. Like, they devein it obviously, but you have to like take off the head, take off his little legs, take off his butt, that butt shell thing. And that was interesting for me because I was like, I've never done this ever in my life. So my uncle had to just like do this shit for me, and I was like, thank God you're here, because I don't know, I wasn't doing this shit right. That shit was too hard. Like, I'm on the beach, first of all. I'm like sandy. I just want to eat something, but then I have to take off the shrimp head, his little arms, his little tail thing. Like, the arms, the hardest part. I was like, what the fuck? Why is this so difficult? This fly in here, or wherever the fuck that is fucking bothering me. See, that's why I shouldn't have opened the window, but I wanted ventilation. You see, that's the problem. That's the moral dilemma I'm having. And do I kill it? Is it mean if I kill it? Can I kill it? I see it. It's over there now. But back to the shrimp. Shrimp was fantastic. Like, I fucking love shrimp, but like, that shrimp was top 10 shrimp I've ever had in my life. Maybe like top 3. That was some good ass shrimp. And I bought it from some random dude in a bucket who was selling it on the beach. Like, that's how normal that kind of behavior is over there, that you could just buy shrimp from a stranger on a beach. But that was cool. We got to go swimming with sharks. That was crazy because I meant it as a joke. I was like, haha, you want to go swimming with sharks? And my sister was like, yes. And I was like, no, that was a joke. You didn't get it from my tone. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, fuck. All right. I'm not scared. I'm gonna do it. I ain't no punk. I'm gonna do it. But that shit was fun. We got to feed them with this pole. Like, they put like some fish on that shit, and then we just stuck the pole out, and the shark came and went, like this, just ate that shit. It was awesome. But I didn't get to feed a shark. I fed a fish that ate the fish. My sister got to feed the shark because the shark came and ate it. But I fed a fish. So there's a cannibal in that aquarium now. And I'm sorry if that fish eats the other fishes. But it was cool because that aquarium was huge. Like, I don't really fuck with aquariums, but like, it was like a staple of their community, that aquarium. And people were like proud of their aquarium. And I was like, okay, the people don't hate the aquarium. Must mean good aquarium. So I went to check it out. It was awesome. They have penguins there, but penguins really anywhere outside of its natural habitat, I feel like it's not a good time for them. So if anything, Veracruz, get rid of your penguins, because every other fish look happy, because fishes are fishes. The sharks look pretty cool. They look well fed. They had dolphins there. That pool was humongous too, but again, throw your dolphins back in the ocean. Like, you shouldn't have dolphins. I went to my grandma's house in like rural Mexico, and there was a lady in that neighborhood basically, and she had a husky, and I was like, why the fuck do you have a husky? It's mad hot. Like, your husky's having a bad time probably. Who knows? I know I'm not the husky. I wouldn't know, but it was like I was like, there's a fucking husky here? Like, what the fuck? I have a little dog. I have a dog. I have multiple dogs, but I have one male dog that's like shy and shit and scared of everything. And like, that husky pulled up to him and then he like bent over, like he put his head in the ground but like his ass up, like he wanted the husky to like do stuff. Now I was telling the dog's mom, I was like, yo, go defend your son. And then she came from where my grandma was. She was like pretty far, and then she ran up on the husky, and they were like, arr. So that was pretty funny. But do I have a gay dog? That is the question. I don't know. And how do I ask him? Do I just ask him? He's a dog. He's not going to reply. But, you know, could be. Like, why you let yourself want to get mounted by a husky, huh? And that husky was down. That husky was trying to get on him. And I was like, yo, stop. Don't do that to him. He's just a boy. He's like less than a year old. And he was just like, but he's kind of big now because we give him dog food. Apparently in Mexico, they don't give dogs dog food. You know what they give them? Tortillas. And not even like flour or corn tortillas. They give them like whole wheat tortillas, which are a different kind of tortilla. They're usually bigger than the small ones, the small corn or flour ones you see. But I'm like, man, that's mad fiber. That's why they're so skinny and they don't grow that much, because they always pooping out that shit they eat for like nutritional stuff. So that's I had to like teach my grandma. I'm like, yo, give them dog food. What are you doing? Like, stop giving them tortillas. And she looked at me like, this is not America. And I was like, technically, this is North America, so you're wrong. So give them dog food. So I would have to go buy dog food like every week and like bring that back like 40 pounds of dog food. And I was just like, can you feed them, please? Like, these are your dogs. You give them this food. And when you run out of food, can you let me know so I could send somebody to buy more food? Because my grandma will be letting me know shit. She just be suffering for no reason. I'm like, damn, you need some Pedialyte? So why don't you say so? Why don't you just say that? And then we could bring it to you. Like, I could have somebody pick up my Walmart order. Like, duh. Like, come on, grandma. Tell me you need shit, please. This is your sign. This is your notice to go check on your grandma if your grandma doesn't live with you. Go check on your grandma, please. Because they be needing for people to do shit for them, and they don't want to tell you. So this is your sign. Check on your grandma. Talk to your grandma. If you don't live with your mom or dad and you have an active relationship with them, you know, hit them up too. Be like, hey, mom, how are you? I got to call my mom right after this, actually. Right after this recording, I'm going to call my mom. And that, I promise you, I'm going to call my mom. So yeah, fucking call your mom or your dad or your grandma or your grandpa, you know, if they're still around. You know, take this time, call them. I'll give you a minute. Shit, we're at 36 minutes. Fuck. Okay, your minute's over. I want to talk about Donda versus Certified Lover Boy. I have very little musical critique experience, but I'm gonna say that Certified Lover Boy was better than Donda. I think there's personal opinions, you know, but I think I just think I liked Drake's album better than Kanye's. I guess I was just tired of Kanye shit, like his little stadium listening parties, while like, shut up, just drop your shit. Like, come on, please. Like, you've been teasing good music ever since you dropped that Chick-fil-A song, which it's Sunday, by the way. Chick-fil-A is closed, so if you know, you know. But yeah, just off like my personal opinion, Certified Lover Boy is better than Donda. I was gonna FaceTime a couple people and ask them their opinions, but you know, I just want to keep it on my opinion, and I think it's better. Are they both good albums though? Would I say they're good albums? I think they're both okay. I just think Certified Lover Boy is better. And I think that's where I end today's show. I'm gonna be like, ended on both albums are okay, but I think Certified Lover Boy is a bit better. So that's the new Idle Talk. That's the start of a new era, and I hope you join me along the way. I'm Fernando. Peace.